Okay.
Yep. Oh man, what a night.
Bro, it has been a week for me.
Yeah.
It's been so freaking busy.
Yeah, I bet with the concert and baseball and everything else.
And we had a game rescheduled, so we had two games this week,
Oh dang.
which normally we have like one on Saturday and maybe one during the week. Now we had one on Monday or Tuesday, and then one today.
Dang. That
And
is
then yeah, then
Wednesday, Thursday.
we had the concert, and then yeah, it's just been every day this week has been something.
Dang.
So yeah, I didn't even get a chance to look over the questions. So I'm going off the cuff tonight.
Off the cuff. Well, it should be pretty easy. I mean, we did touch on some of the topics already, so we're just going to dive a little deeper into the
Perfect.
topic. So,
Perfect. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I looked at them once, and then my schedule got packed.
Oh man, it's been a crazy week for us too. Not like crazy, crazy, but just like the constant, just busy, go, go, go.
Yeah.
Nothing like really important going on.
Yeah, and it just doesn't slow down.
No, it doesn't. When you were younger, what did you think your life would look like at this age?
Oh, I thought it'd be so much cooler. I thought I'd be so much cooler. I'd be in a band. I'd be freaking rocking. Yeah, that doesn't happen.
I figured I'd be a race car driver or something
Yep.
crazy.
Yep. We even talked about that, me and Kaylin, once before, because I when I was working at the aerospace company I was working for, I was like, man, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do something else. And Kaylin's like, well, what do you want to do? I said, I want to be a race car driver. She's like, okay, how do you do that? I said, step one, I drive a Scion XB right now. So step one would be to get a faster car. So that didn't
Yeah,
happen. It never happened.
you could have just taken her Subaru.
I could have. She's trying to get a Type R now.
She is?
Yeah, her car has been. We've had it appraised at the dealership a couple times, and they've made a pretty decent offer. And she was like,
Mm-hmm.
"No, no, it's still a good car. It's still, it still gets me from A to B, just fine." But she's been looking at Type R's, and she's like, maybe we should take them up on that offer, because the kids, the bigger kids, are in just booster seats now.
Oh, okay.
So we don't. So she doesn't need the big back seat anymore, because when we go somewhere as a family, we usually take my car anyway.
Mm-hmm.
She's really been looking at the Type R's.
Oh boy, here we go. Car upgrade.
So that'll be sick for me, because I will also have access to it.
Yeah, definitely. You guys can swap out every once in a while.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to the Husband Hangout. Today we're talking about expectations versus reality and whether any of us actually where we want to be by now.
I don't think most people are.
I don't. I mean, some people might be, but I don't think most people are.
No, I think life takes you in weird ways sometimes.
Right? What did you think adulthood would be like when you were younger?
I thought I'd have more freedom.
I would agree with you on that. I would
Dude,
definitely agree with
I
you
can't
on
do
that.
I can't do nothing anymore.
Man, I thought that I would just be, living it up, going, traveling, just doing whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But reality is like, you got a wife, I got two kids. I need to provide for them, I need to take care of them, and that's priority number one.
Yeah. That's why I can't even hang out with people who don't have kids anymore, because they just don't understand.
No, they don't. It's hard. Unless they
Yeah.
have like a nephew or something like a cousin, I don't even know, or a niece that they're
Yeah.
like super like family
Yeah.
and they're always around them, then I think there's an exception.
Yeah, because I go talk to my neighbor sometimes, and he's like, I'm like, oh, I want to do this, but I can't. I want to do this, but I can't right now. And that's not to say like I don't think my kids are holding me back or anything like that. It's just priorities.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, just go do it. I'm like, what do
I
you mean,
got
just go
kids.
do it? I'm like, oh, I'd like to look at getting a motorcycle again, or I'd like to look at getting a another project car. So I'm like, oh, just go do it. What do you mean, just go do it? Like, my kids
Yeah.
got to eat, buddy.
Yeah, your project car could be Caitlin's Type R.
Yeah, hell no. Have you seen how much parts for those things cost?
Yeah, my coworker has one,
They are not cheap.
and he's single,
Yeah, shocker.
right? What success looked like back then?
I don't even know. I don't think I cared back in the day. I don't think I even cared about success.
I
So I'm like, I
think,
have no idea.
see,
Money,
I
lots of money.
I think I lived the example of it because my parents had a Mercedes and a BMW, always going out to eat.
Yeah,
It was like a two-story house instead of a one-story house. It was like keeping up with the Joneses, the perfect
yeah,
yard and like I lived it, unfortunately. Actually, I wouldn't say unfortunately, because I did learn a lot from like my dad's connections and like the people that he worked with
Mhm.
or people that he knew. So it was like a good like learning experience taken
Yeah,
the right way because I was able to like look at other people's lives. And some of those entrepreneurs that my dad knew, they built their businesses from the ground up.
yeah,
So it was like seeing the other side of things and then seeing their success at the end of what they built.
yeah. I did not have that.
Yeah.
I was poor, very, very poor. I mean, we had, sometimes, because I've moved, geez, I don't even remember. I think I stopped counting at 27 times.
Oh, wow. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
that's from 2000 up till from 2000 up until probably about 2011, I think.
Yeah.
That's when I would have been 21, and that's when I was out of the house. I was at my own in my own place. I don't count moving from the apartment to here because I was already an adult.
Yeah.
But yeah, growing up from 2010 or from 2000 2011 ish, yeah, 27 times. My stepdad, he was in and out he'd be home for 3 to 6 months, and then leave for a few weeks, and then did that all up until he overdosed and died. Crack is a hell of a drug. So yeah, we did had let's see, what did we have? We had a 96 base model F-150, and we had an Astro van that literally never ran. That thing had so many problems. So yeah, we did that. So yeah, my idea of success was just not that.
Yeah.
If I can just not have, if I could have reliable transportation, reliably be in the same place, not moving around, all that stuff like that, I'm good. I was good with that.
Yeah. But that's also like, it kind of reminds me of like humble upbringings, right? So when you do get stuff or you get a better paying job or like you're able to do adult things with adult money, I
Yeah.
think it makes it more meaningful at the end of
Yeah.
the day, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What you thought you'd already have figured out by now.
How to raise kids that aren't freaking mean.
Man, I definitely can say that one. Oh man, our youngest just loves to defy us. And I think it's just, he's 3, he's turning 4 this year, and it's just
He's got
those
to push those
boundaries.
boundaries.
He's testing the boundaries and he's figuring out where he can push and where he can't.
I'd like to tell you it gets better when they turn 4, but it really doesn't.
Oh man.
What's funny though is Boyd and Penelope are usually pretty good about that. Like Penelope likes to whine, and if we tell her no, she's like, "Well, come." But she kind of figures out that if I keep whining, I'm not going to get my way.
Yeah.
Boyd's pretty decent about it, but he does, he'll throw tantrums a lot. Not a lot. He does sometimes he'll throw tantrums, but usually he's pretty good about, hey, we're not doing that right now. Maybe later. Okay, that's fine. Maybe later.
Yeah.
Jolene, I don't know what happened to her. I don't know.
She's the youngest. She's the
She's
baby of the
yeah,
family.
yeah. She is strong-willed. That one,
And I
which is
think
which is
that's
fine. It'll come in handy. I just wish she didn't do it to us.
Yeah. And that's interesting that you say that because your youngest, which is your third child, and our
Hmm.
youngest, which is our second, are almost identical
Yeah.
with like how strong-willed they are and how like they're just like, nope, I'm gonna go do this regardless of you saying no.
Oh man, it's crazy. What really sucks though is Jane. She can when she gets upset, she'll throw a fit and stuff like that. And usually, what'll happen is she'll just go up to her room and say, I'm not your best friend anymore." And she'll go up to her room, and then like a minute or two later, she'll come back down, and she's great. She just needed a break, needed to cool down, and she's good. Wade has been doing this thing where he gets himself so worked up, and we're like, "Hey dude, you gotta knock it off. There's no reason to be acting this way. Let's just take a break and calm down." He's so worked up to the point where I'll tell him like, if the thing, like, he has like a toy and the toy is the problem, I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna take your toy and put it some and you're not gonna get it back for a while." And he'll say, "Fine, take my toy." And I'm like, "Okay." So I take it, and he goes, "Take all my stuff, get rid of all my toys." And I'm like, "You don't want to say that,
I
because
will
what's gonna
take
end up
them all.
happening is I will take them." And we did that once. Is we just said, "Okay, you know what? You want us to take all of his stuffies?" He said, take all my stuffies away." Okay, so we got a couple garbage bags, threw all his stuffies in them, and he turns out he did not want us to do that, if you can believe it. And so that was he just flew off there, and I just said, "Hey, don't tell us to take your stuff away because I know you don't want us to,
Mm-hmm.
but you just need to calm down and like and not let your emotions get the better of you and just take a breath, take a break. It does
Yeah.
because once it gets to this point, there's like no calming him down other than to just let him calm down.
Yeah.
And so what I'm having to do is I'll just take him up to his room and I'll just sit him down on his bed. I'm like, hey, you're not leaving here until you take 10 deep breaths. You calm down, and then he'll do that. And usually the deep breaths and like give him a hug, say, hey, I'm not going to take your stuff away from you, but you just need to quit being a dickhead, all right?
Yeah.
And that usually that'll calm him down, and he's good. And that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
Penelope, same kind of thing is, she'll get herself worked up and all right, well, you need a break, so let's go take a break. And she's, no, I don't want to. I'm like, well, you're going to.
Yeah.
There's no I don't want to. We are going to separate you from everybody else because you are, hitting or you're throwing a tantrum or whatever it is you're doing. And she's pretty good about fighting that.
Man.
But then after a few minutes, she calms down. She's like, okay, and I'm sorry. I like, do you know why you're sorry? Do you know why we had to come up here? She's like, yeah, I do. I'm like, okay, let's not do it again. Jolene is just she's mad. She's mad, and she'll go take a break on her own. Or what I enjoy is she gets mad and she goes up to her room and then she just falls asleep.
Nice.
So I get like
Self nap.
an hour of just quiet, which turns out is a big part of my idea of success.
Nice.
Is just hey, here's some peace and quiet.
Yep, man. Our youngest has only done that like twice, I want to say, where I've
Yeah,
been home and he's gotten upset and he's gone up to his room on his own.
yeah,
And I'm just like, okay. But then
yeah,
it's like it's short-lived. He's like, I'm
yep,
back down. I'm better.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why they think it hurts our feelings. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to my room and good.
Okay.
Or they'll try to send me to my room when they get mad at me. If I because Jolene always wants a popsicle. Every minute of every day she wants a popsicle in her hand. And I'm like, hey, we gotta have lunch and no popsicles. And she's like, you go to your room. I would love to. You go to your room. You go to bed.
You
Can I?
you
Thank
should
you.
you should try that once and see what happens.
To just walk. Okay, see ya. She did get mad too because we were playing farm because she got one of those those balloons where they have the feet on them and they kind of you pull them along the ground and it looks
Oh,
like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
walking. Yeah, she
Hmm.
got a chicken and so she wanted to play farm and she was like, hey. And I didn't sleep the night before at all. There's so much going on. They were up and down, so I did not sleep the night before. I didn't sleep at all. And she said, "Okay, it's time for sleep. And when we wake up, we have to go get the eggs from the chicken." I said, "Okay, great. Go to sleep. Go to bed, and I'll tell you when it's time to get eggs." I said, "Okay." So I laid in bed. Mistake number one. Mistake number two is all the blinds were closed, and the sound machine
No.
had been left on. And so yeah, I fell asleep, and she came in, and she's yelling at me, "It's time to wake up. We gotta get the eggs from the chicken." I'm like, "What? Yeah, 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 chicken, chicken. Okay, yeah, let's go. Go,
Oh,
go to the chicken." She's like, "You gotta. It's not sleep time anymore." I'm like, "It is for me, dog."
oh, that is funny. That is a good one.
Farm didn't last very long. She didn't like that I really fell asleep. So so she wanted to play a different
Man,
game.
I don't think I've ever done that before. The reality of being an adult.
It sucks.
Are
Stay
you
young.
are you winging it? Are you Googling everything? Do you feel like you're falling behind?
I do use Google a lot more than I thought I would.
I use YouTube,
Yeah,
surprisingly. YouTube is a very big search engine, and I use it a lot.
I use it. I'm not good. I'm not bad at it, but I'm not as used to working on newer cars as I am
Mm-hmm.
older cars because all my
Yep.
cars, growing up have been old. All my favorite cars are old. So when I was working on the van, it was YouTube was my best friend.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I did that a couple of winters ago at one of Ashley's injectors went out on her Tahoe, and I'm like, you got to remove the intake manifold and you got to
Yeah.
get down into here. So I'm like YouTubing and like figuring it out and then hitting up one of my buddies
No, hey
and
man,
he's
you don't have that problem with the carburetor.
no, you don't at all. But I made it through and
Yeah.
he helped me a lot, which was awesome. So,
Yeah. I got to do the spark plugs on the van. You have to take the whole intake off to do that. And I'm like,
oh
come on, dude.
man, so I have to do the spark plugs on my Forester and you have to remove the air box
Hmm.
and the
Oh,
tube.
because it's a flat four.
Yep. And then the other side, you have to remove the battery and then disconnect one of the wiring harnesses to move it to get it. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
okay, next car I buy, I'm going to research spark plugs. I'm going to
yeah,
research all the maintenance that I need to do
yeah.
before I buy a car.
When we had the STI, uh, it was when the limp mode, and the dealer said, "Oh, it dropped a cylinder, has a dead cylinder," and we're like, "So it's only running on 3 cylinders, so we got to get that fixed." And I was like, "God!" So I called my buddy Kyle, who he has a fab shop, basically just building race car parts. And I called him. I was like, "Hey, this is what they're saying about the STI. I'm not allowed. We're living at the apartment. I'm not allowed to work on cars at the apartment. Can I bring it to your shop and we can hammer it out there?" And he's like, "Yeah, bring it in." And so I brought it in, and he's like, "Yeah, we got to pull the motor out and pull the head off if the cylinder's dead. We got to pull the head off and do all
Hmm.
that." And he's like, "Well, first before we do that, let's test the coils." And sure enough, it wasn't a dead cylinder. It was a burnt out coil pack.
Mm.
And so that went from being, a weekend job to an hour job. And I said, "Hey man, I'll give you $100 if you just want to do it, because I don't want to work on the flat floor. So I'll give you $100 if you just want. I give him $100 and a case of beer."
Oh, that is awesome.
Why is it that growing up, that's what like half of our weekends are now, is just car maintenance?
I have no idea because I got to replace the suspension on my Forester now after doing the Tahoe, and I was
Yeah,
going to do
yeah,
it this weekend, but the wife won, which is okay. The flower
yeah,
farm's got to get planted and dirt's got to get moved, so we
yeah.
pushed it back to next weekend. But it is my lower control arm is not doing so hot, and it's kind of a little
No.
freaky driving between 70 and 80 miles an hour
Oh
going to
yeah.
work.
Yeah, well, last time we went down on I-5, there was some serious construction work going on, and I hit a bump pretty hard. And after that, my coilovers were clicking and popping every time I turned.
Oh no.
And so I was like, before we go, because I was gonna just take our truck down and go by myself to the funeral, but we didn't. I brought the kids, and I was like, before the kids are coming, before we go, I need to fix whatever's wrong. I had those bumps were so good, it knocked, the little locking collars, like the thread collars
Yeah.
that lock on them. They had been knocked loose
What?
by like two threads on the
Wow.
passenger side. It was like two threads off. And I was like, that's probably not great.
No.
And
Hopefully your
then,
alignment wasn't jacked up.
no, surprisingly, I didn't even have to align it when I put the coilovers on.
Oh, nice.
The alignment, it's not perfect, but it's really not hardly noticeable unless, like, if I let go of the steering wheel, it takes quite a while, but it does start pulling to the left.
Yeah.
But it takes a while for it to do that. Like, it's not much far off from what it was before I did that.
Oh, that's good.
So that's pretty nice.
All right. Career, money, and pressure, comparing yourself to
Mm,
others.
that's my problem. I think it comes from being a man who stays at home, whereas everybody else I know is a man who goes to work, and it is kind of a pain. It was like, "Oh yeah, my boss was on riding my back. I had to do XYZ. I had to do 15 welds and da da da." I'm like, "Cool." I made eggs for breakfast. I
I
burnt
don't
them a
know.
little. I burnt them,
I don't.
so
Did your customer get upset?
yeah. My customer did not eat the eggs that she asked for,
No.
so I ended up eating them.
I try not to compare myself to others. It is hard, but I think it's just your flesh so much
Yeah,
that it's just like it's like you want to compare yourself or you need to
yeah,
compare yourself to others because you're just like, am I keeping up with society or am I just trying to keep up with myself?
yeah.
And it's just,
And hey, this comparison is the thief of joy.
it definitely is. It definitely
That's
is.
why I'm so miserable all the time.
It's like I've been seeing well, lately I've been seeing those reels or those like pictures of like the person on the yacht, like, oh, look at this car. And then the person in the car is
Oh
like, oh,
yeah,
look at this. Or it's like, well, it's actually flip-flopped. It's like the bicycle car yacht thing.
yeah.
But lately I've been seeing like the guy in the Porsche is looking at the guy in the yacht. And he's like, oh, I wish I had that. And then it's the guy in the yacht looking at the excursion. And the guy in the excursion's like, I love my excursion.
You know what though? I get that's how I'm with my van. Is as I've been People have tried to call me out because I'll say something about like I I this is just my personal belief. I think a minivan is the greatest vehicle you can buy, barring if your only metric for a good vehicle is performance, not the obviously not the minivan. Everything else, though, the minivan excels at storage space, practicality. Most of them are pretty reliable. They're safe. Tons of room for kids, pets, and your stuff. Put all the seats down. I can fit a whole sheet of drywall in there.
Oh, dang.
And so I'm the same way as like everyone's like, oh man, I want that R35, like because they go to the rich kids school and there's a setup for drag racing R35. There's a couple Lamborghinis there on nice days, and there's a couple,
Lamborghinis.
yeah, there's a couple Porsches and stuff like that. And it's like, oh dude, those are so sick. And I'm like, yeah, they're cool, but do you know how awesome power sliding doors are?
Hmm.
Like the Lamborghini can go fast. Cool, great. What do I need to go fast for? I got three kids in here.
Yep.
Well, you know what
The
I can
minivan
do?
goes fast enough.
You know what I can do is I can take my kids to the beach on one tank of gas.
Yep.
So good luck, Mr. V10. So as in the older I get, the more I can appreciate a practical vehicle versus one that's, super sporty.
That kind of goes right into realizing priorities have changed.
Oh, exactly. Get the fun car when you can. I'm not saying don't ever get the fun car, right? I'm not There's anything wrong with it. I mean, we're car guys, we get it.
Yep.
Get the fun car when you can, but it will make your life a million times easier if you just say, hey, right now, I need something practical, reliable, safe, yada, 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 yada.
Yep.
And you know what fits all those? Minivan.
And SUVs, because I am an SUV guy.
I almost got an SUV, I almost got a Suburban, but the power sliding doors and smaller, the V6, a little bit better on gas.
Oh, gas? What's gas? Well, I got a
Yeah,
V8.
yeah. It cost me $95 to fill up the other day. So, but yeah, I almost got a Suburban. And I was like, the sliding doors are great. It sits a little bit lower so the kids can get in and out of it. And now it sits like 4 inches lower than it was. So Jolene, the tiny one, she can get in and out just fine now.
That's
But
awesome. I think our main reason, not getting a minivan and going with our SUV was probably because of towing
oh
and
yeah,
getting actually not knowing that we were going to be towing with it because at the time we bought it, we weren't even really into the flower farming yet, but
yeah,
it was just one of those like, oh, it'd be nice to either get a camper or a boat and not have to
yeah,
worry about, towing, getting a second truck or my truck that I have breaking down.
yeah. Well, you've got like a dirt road driveway
That
kind of
too.
with lots
Well,
of
and
like
that too, yeah.
potholes and yeah.
Lowered
Yeah,
minivans, not so
no,
good.
yeah, that situation, yeah, the SUV beats the minivan in that situation for sure.
Oh yeah.
If I
It'll
did, if I didn't lower it though, it'd probably be fine.
Yeah, there's a couple of minivans out here. There's a couple, I would say. A couple of
Yeah,
Siennas and stuff like that that are coming out, but not a lot.
yeah. I would have rather. I kind of wish I got the Sienna, a hybrid.
Yeah, my coworker has one.
Yeah, I kind of wish I would have got that one just because we have been going on a lot more trips. We've been going down there a couple times. We're going, to the beach every year. We're going to be going out to Minnesota here pretty
Hmm.
soon. So I'm like, the hybrid Sienna might not have been a bad idea.
Yeah. That's always hindsight, right? Like
Yep.
after you get it and you have it for a little while and then you're like, well, I wish I would have got this one. And then it's like, well, maybe the next one. The next one I can get it. Or
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if we ever, I don't know, I think if obviously the next car we're getting is going to be for Caitlin. It's
hmm
going to be probably going to be a Type R, which I'm not mad about. Um,
hey, you can take road trips in that then.
yeah, get there faster.
Yeah, right.
Get there faster than the minivan will. But yeah, I think
Oh,
I have been going back and forth too, being like, if I did have to get another car, maybe I would go with the Suburban because there is some stuff that like you said, going down like beat up pothole roads, or I won't have to
go
worry
up
about
into
the
the forest
suspension getting on.
roads.
Yeah, yeah, I can't do that in my van. I can't. It's nice to be able to do it in my truck, but I can't take. It's hard to do it with all three kids
Yeah.
because we got the extended cab because we didn't even think about having kids when we were buying the truck.
I definitely can see that. I mean, I wasn't, I knew I was going to get my extended cab truck because it was my grandpa's, went to my
Yeah.
uncle, and then to me. So it wasn't like a forethought of like, oh, kids. It was like, well, I'm getting this truck. This is the truck that I'm getting.
Yeah. And we had looked at when we were looking at trucks, I think most of the ones we did look at were extended cabs. I wanted to get there was a 3500 Ram or 2500 Ram with a Cummins and a 6 speed. And it was an extended cab, and I was like, we should get this one. But then she's like, well, let's go look, let's go see what they have down the hill.
Hmm.
So we went down to the Chevy dealer and we saw a Ford that I liked, a pretty decent F-150 that I kind of liked. It was a platinum, so it had all the bells and whistles. I was like, that's a nice one. And she's like, yeah, but I like this one. And it was our, GMC. And once she saw that purple blue color, and it was already
Hmm.
lifted and had the shiny chrome wheels, there was no
It
getting
was
out of
it
that
was
one.
already sold.
Yeah, 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 it was done. But the guy, there was like kind of an embankment to get it out so we could test drive it. And he goes, "Oh, let me show you how it off roads." And it wasn't two-wheel drive was fine.
Yeah,
And so, but he
that's
gets up
funny.
there, and there's three kids riding behind bikes, and one kid he looks and goes, "Yeah, it'd be cool if it was a Dodge." And I just looked at him like, "Yeah, that's a nice bike. What is that, a Huffy?" And yeah, he didn't like that.
Oh, I bet. What actually matters now?
Kids,
Kids?
that's pretty much all I care. I mean, that's not all I care about, but that's most of what I care about. I'm like, you can tell me, what's going on in the world. You can tell me, how much money you make and all. I'm like, whatever. I care about my kids. All my kids are healthy, taken care of. That's all I really care about.
I would have to agree with you on that one, and just making sure the family is healthy and everybody's got roofs over their heads and everybody's
Yep.
fed, just that like immediate family, because we're pretty close with I'm pretty close with my in-laws and my parents and
Yeah.
stuff, so it's like just making sure people are taken care of and just the relationships that are there.
Yeah, my half my family is scattered. The other half we don't talk anymore.
Yeah.
So,
I
so literally, so yeah, the only thing that is my immediate family is pretty much all I've got.
Yeah. What feels more important now than it used to?
Staying healthy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to lose around 30 pounds.
Hmm.
And if I seem cranky, it's because I've been in a calorie deficit for the past 5 days.
Oh, dang.
And your boy is hungry.
Yeah.
Your boy wants a big old bowl of Fruity Pebbles or something.
I
Like, I
got Fruit
just want,
Loops.
yeah, man, we got we got a big old bag of tricks.
Hmm.
Now they use the natural dyes, not the artificial
Nice.
dyes, so they're not as bright. And I'm just like looking because, oh, can I have some cereal? Can I have some cereal? I'm like, yeah, sure. I give them some cereal. I'm looking at their bowls while I look at my, two egg whites and strip of turkey bacon. And I'm like, yeah, like I would punch a kid for a bowl of tricks right now.
It's okay to build in cheat meals. I will say that, as
I
long as they're
know.
scheduled.
Yeah, we do. We have cake for my birthday because my birthday was on Saturday, and so there's birthday cake in the fridge still. And I'm looking at that. I'm like, can you guys please just eat this? Like I
Hmm.
look at it every time I open the fridge, and so last night I broke down and I was like, I'm gonna have one bite of cake. And I go in there, I just get a fork. I don't even cut a slice. Right? I'm gonna have one bite. I don't need a slice. 6.5 bites later, I'm like, oh, I should put this away.
Should have cut a piece so you could have stayed to a couple of bites.
I know, but man, yeah. So I'm doing pretty decent though. I'm staying keeping right around 2,000 calories a day.
Nice. That's awesome.
But yeah, I gotta lose weight. Start getting out of breath when I'm tying my shoes. So
Oh man, I felt that way the other day walking up the hill from the flowers up to the house. I was like, this is not good. Except for I gotta lose like, I don't know, 60, 50 pounds or something like that is what I gotta lose. So,
I will say, just changing the way you eat really is like that's a big one.
hmm.
That one does a lot. Because like I even I started trying to eat better probably about 2 weeks ago, and I've been really good about it, and I do feel a little bit better. Because I cut
Nice.
out almost all processed sugars except for obviously the birthday cake.
Hmm.
Yeah, my vice is Sprite.
Oh, well, I told you about that new Clear America brand, right?
Hmm.
They got a cherry limeade, and
Nice.
I'm going through these like crazy.
Yeah, I got the cranberry lime polar water.
Ooh,
There's one
that
of my
sounds
one of
good.
my personal favorites. But yeah, mine, yeah, Sprite, and I'm a sweets guy, so I'm like looking
Hmm.
for alternative to sweets, and it's always like one of them was if you take Greek yogurt and get sugar-free Jello packet and mix that into the Greek yogurt, it tastes, basically like pudding.
Huh.
And I did it, and I said, no, it freaking doesn't. You know what tastes like pudding? Pudding tastes like pudding.
Yeah.
And dude, it is so thick too.
Have you tried that egg uh protein? It's like egg and cocoa powder, and I don't and it's Greek yogurt. I'll have to send it to you.
I think I've seen stuff. I've seen similar. I don't know if it's that specific one. I've seen similar
Yeah,
stuff to like that.
and I was like shocked. I was like, this is crazy. I was completely
Is it
shocked.
is it actually like good? Do we know?
No, we don't know, but we're gonna try it this weekend
Oh, are you?
now that I bring it up. but it looks good. And
Yeah,
like I've been seeing a lot of like lately I've been seeing the reels of like the people who are doing it and then people who are reacting and then making it right after they make it. And so
yeah,
I'd be pretty interested to see.
yeah. It's funny. You watch one a weight loss meal reel, and it's like that's all it is, just over and over. I'm like, okay, like
It's
just
the
information
algorithm.
information overload. Okay,
Yep.
just give me a
Let's roll into rapid fire. What's something you thought you'd own by now?
race car. I mean, that's either a race car or a Gibson Les Paul, a real one, not an Epiphone, but a
Yeah,
Gibson purple Gibson Les Paul.
nice. I would probably have to say a boat.
Yeah, I've
Yep.
got one.
I don't.
It's like an 11-foot rowboat that my grandpa built in his garage, but
Hey, a
it's
boat
still a
is a
boat,
boat.
right?
Yep. No. Something you thought you'd stop doing by now.
I don't know. I've stopped doing most of the bad stuff that I was, and I don't drink anymore. I
I
don't,
actually, talking about drinking, I haven't drank for, I don't even know how long now. I think my last drink's almost been over a year now.
yeah, I stopped after I started staying home because there was one day when I was like, just was like, man, I just need a beer. I need a beer. I need a beer. And I'm like, I don't want to have to be drunk to hang out with my kids. So I think I had a drink of a beer last weekend because I was making brats.
Yeah.
You boil them in beer,
Hmm?
and so I had one drink of that, and then I put the rest in the pan. But yeah, I don't drink anymore. I don't do most of the stuff I used to do. I
Yeah.
still hit the fish whistle every now and then, but that's pretty few and far between.
Yeah. What's something you worry about that didn't matter?
I guess money, really.
I would have to say what people thought of me, because
Oh
now I
yeah,
just don't care what people think of me anymore.
yeah, yeah. Well, hey, you got it now because you see some of those comments we get.
Oh yeah. Thick skin now.
Yeah, now I just have a hard time not saying something rude and snarky back.
Oh yeah, it's hard to respond sometimes, but you know, we got to keep it clean and we got to at least keep the responses clean.
Yeah, at least try to, right?
Right. Something you appreciate more now.
Hot shower.
Yeah, I would probably say time alone
Oh yeah,
with my wife. Yeah,
yeah,
just like that
yeah. That's
one-on-one time.
hard. That's hard. That's hard because mine gets up for work at 3 o'clock in the morning, and so by the time the kids are going to bed, she's like, "I'm ready for bed,"
Yep.
and so then I'm up here by myself until like midnight, like tooling my thumbs most of the night because I don't really have anything I want to do.
Yeah. Well, and you also have to be quiet and you can't really,
Yeah,
jam out on your guitar and
yeah. I can't play my acoustic at night
oh, you
because
can play your electric though, right?
if I wear my headphones, the problem is my headphones are kind of crapping out.
Oh no.
So I can't, I'm sure there's some sort of like Bluetooth something I could plug in for it. I just don't have that.
Yeah.
So I need to find new wired headphones
Oh,
but I need like the studio kind, not like
yeah.
earbuds or I need like the big
Like
studio kind.
actual, yeah.
Yeah. And those are just kind of hard to find for a decent price now.
Oh man, that's a bummer. Everything's going up.
Yeah.
Inflation.
Tell me about it.
Well, what's something about I can't even say anything now.
It's late.
What's right? Yeah, I'm hitting a wall, but it's all good. We'll get through this last question for you guys to answer. This is for you guys, not for us. So, what's something about adulthood nobody prepared us for? Let us know in the comments, and we'll respond back to you.
Maybe. Maybe we'll keep it clean. Who knows?
Try to, try to.